everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our topic prepositions. Now, this is part 17. Well, we have been revising preposition in all these sessions with some additional points. So, in this session as well, we are going to revise it with some additional points. We have been doing a series of one preposition, many uses. So, in this session as well, we are going to discuss a preposition which has many uses, and that preposition is of. So, in this session, we are going to discuss preposition of, and we know well that it has many uses. Verbs which are followed by preposition of. Moreover, we are going to discuss some verbs which are necessarily followed by preposition of. So let's begin the session. First of all, we'll read the definition of it. The preposition of is a word used to show a relationship between two or more elements in a sentence. It means whenever we have two things, it shows the relationship between the two, and it makes the part out of it. For example, if I say wood of this table. Now, if I say wood of this table, it means I'm particularly talking about the wood or the material of this table only, that belongs to this table only. So this is how we can show the relationship between the two things with the preposition of, with the use of preposition of. It is a versatile preposition that can serve various purposes, including indicating possession, origin, material, purpose, and more. So let's begin this preposition of and its uses in the sentence. First of all, to show the possession or ownership, we can use the preposition of. How? Let us see this. The book of John is on the shelf. It means we are talking about book, and how is it related to John? This book belongs to John. It means John is the owner of this book. So this book belongs to John, and this is showing the relationship between book and John. So here is on the shelf. It is kept on the shelf. So on is also the preposition, but here of is the preposition to show the relationship of book and John. In another sentence, we have this is the house of my grandparents. Now, in this sentence, we can see that this house belongs to my grandparents, or we can say the owner of this house is my grandparents or are my grandparents. Now, one more thing is there. The owners of this house are my grandparents. Now, grandparents are the owners. It means it is showing the relationship between house and grandparents. So this is shown by the preposition of. The keys are in the possession of the manager. So key, who is possessing the keys, or who has possessed the keys? The keys are possessed by the manager. So manager is possessing the keys. So it is showing the relationship between keys, its possession, and the manager. So this is how we can use for possession and for ownership the preposition of. Now, one more thing is there. Suppose we have to show the possession. Now, we can have two types of things. Now, traditionally, we used to use this method, though it is used now as well. But today, we can use another parts as well. Now, to show the possession, we can either show the possession of a living thing or living being, or of the non-living thing. Now, whenever we show the possession of a living being, what we do for living, we use apostrophe S. For example, Ravi's pen. We can show Ravi's, suppose I say Ravi's mother. So these are the living things in which I'm showing the position that she is the mother of Ravi. So Ravi's mother, we can show the position like this. But if I say for the non-living thing, we use only of to show the position. How? We can say the wood of this table. The wood of this table is very expensive. This table is very expensive. Now, in this sentence, we can see that here it is showing the position of wood and this table, that the wood of this table. So this is how we can show the position of a non-living thing. In modern English, we use both the cases. Vice versa, we can also use living with preposition of, or we can show the position of a non-living thing with apostrophe S. That is all possible now. Now let us move to the next one. To show origin or source. Now, from where the thing originates, or what is the source of that particular thing, what is the initial or the ingredient of that particular thing, can be shown with the help of preposition of. For example, the Eiffel Tower is a famous landmark of Paris. Now, this Eiffel Tower, this is a famous landmark, or it originates from Paris only, or it belongs to Paris only. So this is known because of the name of Paris, or you can say Paris is known for the because of the name of Eiffel Tower. So the Eiffel Tower is the most famous monument of the world as well as of Paris. So Paris, it belongs to Paris. So it is showing the origin of it or the source of it. Painting is a work of art. Now, what is the source of this painting? Is the work of art. So is a work of which? Of art. So this is the source. So this can be shown by preposition of. The ingredients of the recipe include flour and eggs. So the main ingredient or the origin of this flavor in the recipe, it originates from flour and eggs, or the sources are flour and eggs. So this is how we can show with the help of preposition of the origin and the source. Now let us move to the next one. Now, to show description or characteristic. Whenever we show the characteristic or we describe the characteristic of a person or a thing, we can use preposition of. How? The color of the sky is blue. It means we are talking about the color of the sky and it is blue. So, the description of this color is blue. Now, whose color is this? It is the color of the sky. So, the sky. Now, the color of the sky is blue. So here we are describing the sky with the help of its color, and we are describing its color that it is blue. So here this is the description that it is blue, it is its characteristic. So we are talking about a sky, which is a noun over here. He is a man of great wisdom. Now, what are the qualities of that man? Or what are the characteristics of that man? So, the characteristics are that the man is very intelligent, of great wisdom. So, of is showing this characteristic and representing that this is of the man. So, this is showing that great wisdom and it is the characteristic of the man. So, here we can show the characteristic with the help of preposition of. The sound of thunder. It means we are talking about the sound. For what? Sound of the thunder scared the children. So the sound of the thunder. So we are talking about the quality or the description of this thunder or the sound. So it scared the children. It means it must be very harsh or very tough, or it should be very, it must have been very loud. So this is how we can use preposition of to describe or for the description of the characteristic. Now let us move to the next one. Partitive. Now, this is again a very important thing. Whenever a partitive is shown, we use preposition of. Now, what are partitives? Suppose there is a subject in the sentence. But sometimes what happens, we have multiple nouns in the subject or sentence, or multiple pronouns in the sentence. So we are not able to identify which of these is the subject, which is the key point of the sentence, because we use verbs according to the subject only. Now let us take an example. Suppose we have a subject, and whatever verb we use over here, this always depends on the subject. It means if the subject is singular, the verb will be singular, and if the subject is plural, the verb will be plural. Or now, one more thing is there. This is very, very important to identify the subject in the sentence first. Now, if I say my mother cooks well, now if this is the sentence, my mother cooks well. Now, in this sentence, we can easily find out that which is the subject. Of course, my mother. She is the subject. Subject is singular and verb is also singular. But if I say the questions of this exercise, which I did yesterday, which I did yesterday, or of that exercise, let us write, of that exercise which I did yesterday was very easy. was very easy. Now, is this sentence correct? Do you think that this sentence is correct? No, of course not. The sentence is not correct. Why so? Because we are talking about questions, and questions are plural. Questions are plural. Now, plural questions of what? Of that exercise. So this is the partitive. This is known as partitive because these questions are the part of this exercise. So whenever we have a preposition and after that we have a noun or pronoun, that means it is a partitive, and its part is what is the subject, what the subject is. So here this was is incorrect because the subject is plural, and if it is plural, so was should be replaced with were. So this is also helpful while we are doing subject verb agreement. This is very, very important for that as well. Now let us get back to the slides. Here she ate a piece of cake. Now a piece of cake, this is the partitive. He drank what? A glass of water. So a glass of water. So this is partitive. Water is partitive. I have a bag of apples. So of course, a bag of apples. This is showing the part. It is a bag full of apples that contains many apples. So here, this is known as partitive. Now let us move ahead. To show the material composition. Now, for example, if there is a cloth or there is a dress whose fabric is linen or cotton. If I say this dress is made of cotton, so this dress is made of cotton. So which material composition? It is of cotton. Cotton is the material of this fabric. So here we can show the material composition, or not only the material composition, but if something has made with anything, there we can use preposition of. Now one more thing is there. Whenever we use made of, we should keep some things in mind, that whenever we had a physical change, it means the change is reversible. If something has been converted into another thing, that can be extracted back. For example, if we are making water from ice, or you can say water is made of ice, or you can say ice is made of water. So they can be changed, or they can be converted. How? If ice melts, it becomes water, and if water freezes, it becomes ice. So this is a physical change. So there we use prepositional phrase that is made of. But if it is made from, it means when the things convert, they will not be reversed. It means that those are chemical change. In case of chemical change, we cannot use preposition of. For example, the cake is made of flour, sugar, and um, condensed milk. So here we can see that if we made the cake, we cannot get these things back. So we cannot get flour back, we cannot get uh, condensed milk back, or we cannot get milk back. So that is known as chemical change. So there we can use made from. Now the table is made of wood. So this is made of wood, so its composition is wood. Whose composition? Tables. The ring is crafted of gold. So the ring is made of gold. Now of, because if the ring is made of gold, it can be converted back. We can extract gold from it. The wall is built of bricks. So the wall is built of bricks. So whenever there is a physical change, we use made of, but if there is chemical change, we use made from. Now let us move to the next one. To show the relationships. She is the mother of 3 children. So, what is the relationship of this lady with these 3 children? She is the mother of these 3 children. So, this is showing the relationship. He's a friend of mine. We can also say he's my friend. That is also correct. And he's a friend of mine. It means I'm emphasizing, I'm showing that he's a friend of mine. So, this is showing the position that this friend is mine. The president of the company, it means we are talking about president of what? Of the company. So this is showing the relationship between the president and the company. So this is how we can use preposition of to show the relationships. Now let us move to the next one. For measurement or quantity, the length of the bridge is 300 meters. So here we are talking about length. Whose length? The bridge length. So this is showing the position, or you can say the measurement of. So it is a measurement of the bridge that is 300 meters. So here also we can use preposition of to show this measurement or quantity, or this measurement belongs to this particular thing. The weight of the suitcase is 20 kilograms. The cost of the ticket is rupees 100. So here we are showing the position of this thing with the another thing. So in this manner, we can show the position with the help of preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. Cause or reason. Now this is another very important thing. Whenever someone when someone dies. Now if he dies of a disease or a reason. So these are two important things which require different prepositions. Now if something shows the cause or reason of something, we can use preposition of. For example, he died of a heart attack. He died of cancer. The cancellation of the flight was due to bad weather. So cancellation of the flight. So this is showing the reason or the cause. She cried out of sadness. So cried out. Why so? What is the reason? Of sadness. So just to show the reason, just to show the cause, we can use preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. To show the time, the meeting is scheduled for the end of the day. Now, end of the day, so we are talking about end, which is of the day. It means which is just to about to finish. The festival is held at the beginning of the summer. So the beginning of summer, it means it is showing the time which belongs to the summer part, but the starting part of it. He was born in the month of May. So month of May, or we can say 21st of May. So it means 21st day of May. So here, just to show the position of time, the relationship of time, or to show that this is the time of this action, so we can use preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. Belonging to a group or category. He's a member of the soccer team. So member of the. So member of. So this is showing the belonging to a group. When someone is belong to a group, we can use preposition of just to show that position. This is the type of the musical instrument. She is one of the students in the class. So here we can show the part of that particular group with the preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. Expression of quantity or proportion. 2/3 of the students. Now we cannot say 2/3 students. We have to show 2/3 of the students. It means whatever the students are. Suppose the students are 9, let's say, and we are showing 2/3. It means 3 ones are 3, 3 is a 9, so 2 3 is a 6. So we are talking about 6 students. So 2/3 of the students, it means students are the entire number, and we are talking about 2/3 part of them. So we can use preposition of to just to show that particular position. Passed the exam. Half of the pizza is gone. A majority of voters support the proposal. So this is how we can use preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. Originating from a place. He hails from the city of Chicago. So hails from, it means he belongs to the city of Chicago. So we can use the preposition of. The ship sailed from the port of Miami. So port of Miami. The coffee beans are imported from Colombia. So coffee beans are imported from Colombia. So here we can use preposition of just to show the origin. One more thing is there. If I say he comes of a royal family. So this phrase, royal family, this phrase is showing that he belongs to this royal family, or his origin, he originates, or his origin is from the royal family. So this is how we can use preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. Content or ingredients. The bottle is full of water. So it is full of water. The box is full of toys. The soup is made of vegetables. So this is how we can show the content or ingredients in a recipe with the help of preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. Here we have some sentences using preposition of are as follows. Now what are the sentences? Let us discuss. The role of the teacher is very important in a student's life. So role, whose role? Of teacher. The love of a mother. So we are talking about love of a mother cannot be compared with anyone else. She is a woman of Italian descent. So it means this woman has its origin from the Italian descent, or this woman belongs to the Italian descent. So this is how we can use preposition of just to show this origin or the position. Now they bought 2 kilos of potatoes. So we are not saying 2 kilo potatoes. In fact, we are showing the 2 kilos of what? Of potatoes. She filled the map of India. The wood of this table is very expensive. So we are talking about wood. Whose wood? Table's wood. Now let us move to the next one. Now here we are going to discuss preposition of with some verbs, or we can say there are a few verbs which are always followed by preposition of, and they are necessarily followed by preposition of. For example, the first one is afraid. So whenever we use the afraid as the verb, we use of with it. For example, she's afraid of spiders. Now afraid is an adjective. Afraid is an adjective. So whenever we have any adjective or verb followed by the preposition, we are going to discuss here in this session. He is afraid of what? Of spiders, or so she always asks someone else to remove them from the house. I used to be afraid of the dark when I was a child, but now I am not bothered by it. Accuse. So just with the verb accuse, we always use preposition of. The company was accused of environmental negligence. The police accused him of stealing the car. Now here we can see the police accused him of stealing the car. So here we can say that accused, it means they claimed that he has stolen the car. So whenever we use the word accused, it means just to claim that he is the culprit or he is the guilty. So there we use the word accused, that is a verb with which we can use preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. If we have word acquit or acquit, acquit means when we release from the charges or free from the charges. The jury deliberated for hours and ultimately decided to acquit the defendant of all the charges. So with acquit, we are using preposition of. The court acquitted the accused of the theft after a thorough investigation revealed his innocence. Now let us move to the next one. Beware. Beware means to be alert about someone. You must have seen this sign that beware of dogs. So you must have heard these type of signboards many times in your life. So after beware, we use preposition of. So it is just to make you alert about something. So beware of the dog. It is known to be aggressive. When hiking is the wilderness, beware of bears and other wildlife. So this is how we can use of preposition with the verb beware. Now let us move to the next one. Come. Now, as I told you earlier as well, that come off is a prepositional phrase as well. And where is it used? Where we used to show that a result. Come off means result. What result comes out of something? That is known as, that means come off. We use come off prepositional phrase just to show that this result has been uh, um, derived from this. I wonder what will come of our plans for the weekend. What will come of this situation if we don't take action? So this is how we can use preposition of with the verb come. Now let us move to the next one. Inquire. So whenever we inquire of something, whenever we ask something, whenever we investigate about something, we use the preposition of. I will inquire of the librarian about the availability of the book. You should inquire of the receptionist for directions to the conference room. So this is how we can use preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. Remind. Can you remind me of the meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m.? So we can also use preposition of with the word remind. Please remind me of our anniversary date. I do not want to forget it again. So remind me of. So we can also use remind me with the preposition of, or remind with the preposition of. Remind means just to make me memorize. So make someone memorize. So this is how we can use the verb remind with the preposition of. Now let us move to the next one. Dispose. So we can also use of with the preposition with the verb dispose. Please dispose of your trash in the designated bins. It is important to dispose of hazardous materials properly to protect the environment. It means dispose means just to get rid of the things which you don't want, or to just make it like it is just changed or just declined, or finished, or altered, modified, etc. Now let us move to the next one. Now, these were the prepositions, these were the verbs with which we have used preposition of. We also have learned many sentences using the preposition of. I hope this much is clear to you all. Well, thanks to you.